We will welcome you with everlasting pride when the time is right. Remember our heroes and see how we honor them. Remember our challenges and share our incredible triumphs. Share our history and help us tell our rich and essential story. Revel in the family you're born to and revel in the family you make. Celebrate the now and get ready for the future. Because our community is your community.
Good afternoon and welcome. I'm Gary, Virginia. Welcome to Pride 2020, and this is my co-host, Donna Sachet.
We are so proud to bring you the 22nd annual Pride Brunch in a totally new online format. Now, that video you just watched, it's entitled San Francisco Pride is a State of Mind, and it's from San Francisco Travel. Doesn't it sum up so well the optimism of the San Francisco and the LGBTQ community during these challenging times?
Thanks, Donna. As everyone knows, it's the 50th anniversary of San Francisco Pride, and boy, things have changed. There's no parade down Market Street. There's no dykes on bikes. There's no celebration at Civic Center. But Donna and I weren't going to let this milestone year go by without a Pride Brunch to honor the Grand Marshals and awardees of the SF Pride Parade.
We welcome all of you who purchased tickets so that you would be able to watch our 90-minute program, chock full of speakers, auction items, special surprise cameo appearances, Grand Marshal remarks, and Top Chef competition.
I'm nervous about that still. Hey, I want to thank Uber Eats, our newest sponsor this year. Thank you to all the ticket buyers who bought into having brunch delivered to your home. We hope you're enjoying that and the fabulous gift bag and all the donors who contributed those fun items for you.
I'm picturing everybody eating right now their Uber Eats. Speaking of sponsors, we appreciate the return of Wells Fargo, our premier sponsor for the 10th year in a row. Isn't that great? The Bay Times, our media sponsor. Tito's Handmade Vodka. Corbel, California Champagne. And new sponsors, Flower to the People, and premier sponsor, Verizon. And guess what? We just heard today, Speaker Nancy Pelosi joins us as a community sponsor. Thank you so much. And now, a word from that premier sponsor, Wells Fargo.
Good afternoon and happy Pride. I'm Alfredo Pedrosa, Senior Vice President at Wells Fargo. Thank you, Donna, Gary, and Brett, for inviting us here to honor this year's Pride Grand Marshals and their achievements. Wells Fargo has had a long history with PRC and is proud to be the presenting sponsor of the Pride Brunch for the 10th consecutive year. I wish we were celebrating in person. As a proud queer Latino born to immigrant parents, celebrations have always been about being together with those we love, sharing food, and being able to hug each other. And I bet a lot of us could use a real hug right about now. Being at the intersection of two pandemics, race in America and COVID-19, we are being challenged to re-examine how we talk about race and what we need to do to ensure that all Black lives matter. We must commit ourselves to ending institutional and systemic racism, which has perpetuated the murder and discrimination of our Black brothers and sisters for far too long. We all have a role and we all have a responsibility. While we have much work ahead, we must also take the time to celebrate the two U.S. Supreme Court rulings. The first that prohibits employers from discriminating against us on the basis of sexual orientation or gender identity, protections that Wells Fargo has had in place for its workforce since 1987. The second, upholding DACA, children brought to the United States as young immigrants, including those who have become Wells Fargo employees, who should have the opportunity to stay in the country they call home. We continue to call on our leaders to create a pathway to citizenship. When it comes to partnering with local organizations, to help our communities succeed. We believe we are in this together. So congratulations to Terry Beswick, Lance Toma, Storm Miguel Flores, Len Keller, Reverend Dr. Janie Spar, and the LGBT Asylum Project for their lifelong dedication to serving and preserving the lives and histories of our communities. On behalf of my Wells Fargo colleagues, we cannot thank you enough. In solidarity with my beautiful community, happy Pride.
All right. Thank you, Wells Fargo, such a loyal partner all these years. Hey, Don, I don't know about you, but I am ready for a vacation. All of our guests today can look at the online auction going on. It started last night, and bidding was already hot. There are trips for Puerto Vallarta, Rancho Mirage, a chef's dinner for like 6 people with 6 bottles of wine. You got to check out. There's about 20 great items there. And Donna, I've got my pen ready. I'm going to bid while we're playing here.
Well, you may be ready for a vacation. I'm ready for a drink. Corbel, wonderful California champagne. This year, thanks to 2 generous board members of the PRC Board of Directors and Tito's Handmade Vodka, we have a challenge grant offering 3-to-1 match of any money raised during today's broadcast. That's right. If you get the winning bid on an auction item for, say, $100, that becomes $400 gift to PRC. Maybe you enjoy what you're seeing today and just decide to phone or go online and make an additional contribution of, let's say, $200. That becomes $800 for PRC with our 3-to-1 matching.
Well, that's great. We've never had a match, let alone a 3-to-1 match. So everybody bid high because it's going to be tripled. You know, after months of planning, we're really excited. We looked at the ticket sales, and we have viewers watching from all over the Bay Area, as well as friends in Palm Springs, up in the Russian River, my hometown of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and even 2 friends of mine in Uganda, Donna.
Oh, my goodness. It's
But I'd say, let's get the show on the road.
I'm with you. You know, 22 years ago, Gary and I dreamt up the idea of Pride Brunch with Rusty Gaspard of Stars Restaurant over cocktails. Well, probably many cocktails at the Edge. Over those years, we have stayed true to our original goals of raising significant money for PRC, offering the Grand Marshals an opportunity to share some personal comments with their community, and providing a unique, fun-filled event during San Francisco Pride Weekend for our friends and supporters. Join me now as we look back on 21 years of Pride Brunch.
All right. I love me some Sylvester. That was a nice trip down memory lane. Can you believe we started at Star's Restaurant, 1 year at John Frank Restaurant in the Castro, then Hotel Whitcomb for many years with Sharon Chisholm and friends, and then the Westin St. Francis on Union Square. Who would think we'd be here live this year for the 50th anniversary?
Gary, that's 21 incredible years. This is the 22nd, and we're going virtual. I can't even believe it. Oh, excuse me. Oh, Gary, we've got a call. Some very important people want to do a special greeting to our guests. Do we have time to put that in?
Sure.
Happy Pride, everyone. Happy Pride. Listen, I know we're used to being together, celebrating with pride who we are and who we can be as a country. And that has not changed. Even though we're not together under one roof right now physically, we are absolutely together. And we are going to continue to fight for equality. We are going to continue to fight for the freedom and the right of people to exist and to have access to all that they deserve. And so I say happy Pride. I also say to everybody and all the friends, let's vote in November. Let's elect Joe Biden because, guys, justice is on the ballot in 2020. And we need to make sure that we are present, that we are heard from, that we are voices that are strong with pride, fighting for the best of our country. Happy Pride, everybody.
Hi, I'm San Francisco Mayor London Breed. I want to thank Gary, Virginia, and Donna Sachet for hosting this year's Pride Brunch live at home. For more than 2 decades, they have made sure that the Pride Brunch is the highlight of Pride Weekend. As we celebrate the 50th anniversary of San Francisco Pride, we have a lot to be thankful for, especially with the recent Supreme Court ruling that no one can be discriminated against in the workplace based on who they are or who they love. This is an incredible moment for the LGBT community and for our country. But as we celebrate this victory, we must recommit ourselves to continuing the work. We are a city that prides itself on its diversity and promotes the values of inclusion and tolerance. And over the last few months, we've been through a lot: a global pandemic, an economic recession, and a national uprising over the unending violence against our Black communities by those sworn to protect them. While these are challenging times, we know we must do everything we can to work together for the health and safety of our city. And we know we can't do this alone. That is why I am grateful for the work that PRC is doing. From the beginning of the HIV/AIDS crisis, PRC has been on the front lines, providing resources and support for people throughout the Bay Area. PRC and all of its services and partners give people the tools and resources they need to get on the path towards health, stability, and success. So today, I want to thank you for your support of PRC and our LGBT community by taking part in the Pride Brunch. Happy Pride, everyone.
Wow. Thank you so much, Senator Harris and Mayor Breed. We're so lucky we have elected officials that are strong advocates for the LGBT community. We just had a great Supreme Court ruling. The year's going great.
And we're very fortunate also to have a chief executive officer of PRC, a man with such integrity, commitment, and creativity. He's been there for the past 17 years, our friend, Brett Andrews.
Donna, Gary, happy Pride.
I love those pajamas, Brett.
And I love that kitchen.
Yeah, let's do a toast cheers. Very, very nice. It is wonderful. And happy 22nd annual Pride Brunch. It is so exciting. So exciting. I just want to say thank you both so very much for your years of commitment. Many people already know this, but I feel the need to share. You all were board members of PRC. You are now advisory board members. You've been with the organization as stalwart supporters, and we can't thank you enough. And I know how busy you both are, so I'm just grateful that you're spending this time with all of us today. Gary, you're forever planning the next Mardi Gras celebration, so you stepped away from that. I heard Donna stepped off the stage of a standing ovation. A standing ovation. So Anyway, we're just grateful that you're both here. Now, I will say, your efforts and the community support helps PRC serve over 5,400 clients a year. So it is with your help and your support and the community support that we're able to do the good work that we have done for 33 years. Thank you. Now, look, we're not here in person, but we're going virtual, and I love it. And we added a twist. I am excited to introduce the first ever Pride Brunch Top Chef competition. That's right, folks. Donna and Gary are going to cook. Now, I did have to show Donna where the stove was, but that's fine. And then when I looked in, I found shoes. I don't know why there's shoes there. But it's going to be a stiff competition. There are 3 categories. There are cocktails, entree, and then the third is a little bit of a freestyle cocktail plating situation. So I'm very, very, very excited about this. I hope you guys are getting ready. Now, I will tell you, I mean, honestly, I take these things very seriously, and I need those 2 to bring their best. So Donna, Gary, are you ready? Light those pilot lights, and may the best chef win.
Welcome to the Imperial Suite. Here we are. We're going to do a little brunch today, but you can't have brunch, of course, without something to wet your whistles. We decided to do Corbel. Don't you love Corbel? Spirits. Oh, yeah, sparkling wine. There's nothing like it. And we're going to try and get this off. These can be dangerous. Oh! Ta-da! I decided to do a very complicated cocktail, so it'll take a little while. You know to tilt the glass. You know why that is? Because it looks good. I don't know why it is. You let the bubbles settle. We're doing brunch for 2, by the way. Then we do this and let these bubbles settle. Never waste a drop. It's terrible. So now it's, as I said, very complicated. The next step, these are raspberries. I had them flown in from Paris. Just a single raspberry is all you need. Some people do too many. Just silly. 1 raspberry is enough. Look how it floats. If it floats, it means the raspberry's good, and so is the champagne. Let's taste it and see. We're on our way. Now, any brunch, of course, you may start with a cocktail, but people get hungry. I don't know. I don't, because I think eating's overrated, frankly. Some people get hungry, so I thought we'd come over here and start with a little hors d'oeuvre, you know, something that would be tasty. You know, I love shrimp, but I couldn't do shrimp. I love those prosciutto wrap things, but that was too much trouble. So I thought, well, let's do something simple, and I just decided on this. How about some Tic Tacs? Anyone care for a Tic Tac? And this I've never tried before. Look how that fits in perfectly. You pick up one up and put it right in there. Look, a single one. Beautiful. And thank you, Cocoa Butter, for suggesting presentation. Presentations, all very key. So that's how we start our brunch at the Imperial Suite. We're here for Pride Brunch Live.
Today we're making a Bloody Caesar. What makes it a Caesar instead of a Mary is Clamato juice instead of tomato juice. First thing we're gonna do is make a great rim salt. Don Ho, I know you heard me say rim. We're gonna take margarita salt, add a sprinkle of celery salt, some good Old Bay seasoning. We're also going to add some fresh cracked pepper. Don't ever use regular old pepper out of the container when you can crack it fresh. It's so much more flavor. That's gonna give you a nice bite on that drink. We need to slice some lemon. This is the ugly part anyhow that you don't end up using. So take a lemon wedge and just take your glass, hold it upside down, and just squeeze it for about 1/4 inch around the rim. And then you just set it in there. I like a lot of salt on my margaritas or my Bloody Marys. Next, we're gonna build the cocktail. First thing, get a nice glass, fill it with ice, the main ingredient, Tito's handmade vodka. Some say 2 ounces. I drink at the Edge in 440 Castro where they serve a nice, hard, stiff drink. Okay, Clamato juice. You're gonna fill this almost to the rim. Let's start with some great horseradish. If you like it spicy, add a lot more. Worcestershire adds a nice depth of flavor to your drink. I'm pretty generous with that too. I put in a dash of Old Bay. I put Old Bay in everything, and I put in some celery salt as well. Whoa, just enough. And some more fresh cracked pepper and Tabasco. I don't like mine too spicy, but use as much as you want, as hot as you want it. I forgot one of my ingredients. A secret ingredient is basil. I chop it pretty finely because it has to go up a straw. Back in the glass, secret ingredient, mix it up again. Shoot, I forgot the meat. What's a drink without bacon? Oh, let's go for 2 pieces. I'm thinking of Kippy Marks. Oh my God. You're in trouble, Donna Sachet. Oh, hey, Donna, nicely done with that champagne. What a complicated recipe. Vote for me. Shh. That was a lot of fun. We've got 2 more cooking segments, so stay tuned. But right now, I can tell you, after having served for 2 years as president of San Francisco Pride, it is a lot of work, a lot of stress, and a lot of stamina. So I am so thrilled this year, challenges upon challenges. And who's here with us today but the current president of San Francisco Pride? And please welcome Carolyn Weisinger.
Greetings, PRC brunchers. This is Carolyn Weisinger, the board president of San Francisco Pride. Just taking a bit of time to first say happy Pride. Thank you for joining us again and always supporting this amazing time and momentous occasion for our city and for our community. You know, I know it's a little bit different this year. I should be standing there in front of you while you are eating waffles and eggs and drinking vodka or whatever else yummy, delectable delights that Donna and Gary have for you. But I'm glad that we're taking this opportunity to still find ways to be in community with one another. You know, this is still our 50th anniversary. It's very interesting that in the year of 2020, for our 50th anniversary, that our organization and our community is going through such tremendous change. But I take it as an opportunity for us to really look at our community and things that we can do better going on for the next 50 years as we look at making sure that we are staying sheltered in place or staying at home so that we can protect our public health. As we look at some of the civil unrest that is going on in our country, it shows us the resiliency of our community, but it also shows us our weaknesses and things that we need to do better. We need to show up better for our Black, queer, and trans community. We need to show up better for our POC community. We need to make sure that everyone's voice is uplifted and heard, that everyone is seen. And so these are things that as we're sheltered in place, we can sit and take a long drink of our mimosa or our vodka and think about what we as individuals and what we as communities can do better to make sure that we are all supported and that we are all safe, and that when we talk about generations of hope, that we're talking about hope for all of us. So again, thank you for always supporting the organization. Thank you for Donna and Gary for having me virtually once again. I look forward to seeing you all for 50+1 next year. And once again, happy, happy, happy Pride, everybody.
All right, thanks, Gary and Donna. We are going to make a traditional Moscow Mule, sweeten it up a little bit over here. We're going to start by adding some ice into our copper mug, getting it nice and cold. And then we're going to start our morning off here with 2 ounces of Tito's vodka. Tito's is a proud sponsor of the PRC Pride Brunch. Starting our morning off right with some vodka. We're going to add a 1/2 ounce of lime juice. I keep mine in a handy squeeze bottle. And then top it off with some ginger beer. Light and refreshing, add a little bit of sweetness. And garnish with our beautiful wine wheel. And here's our Moscow Mule. Enjoy your brunch, everybody. Happy Pride.
All right, welcome back. Thank you, Carolyn. Good to see you. And that Moscow Mule looks good, Donna. I don't know. That might be our next drink. You know, every year at the Pride Brunch, people give us feedback, and their favorite part of it, without question, it's not the buffet, it's not the bars, but it's a close second. It's the personal remarks from the Grand Marshals and the honorees. Every year, people just seem to get up in front of that podium and open their heart and share their story in less than 2 minutes or 3 minutes. And it brings people to tears, laughter, and almost always a standing ovation. This year, we're really lucky that most all the honorees submitted messages just for you Pride Brunchers. So let's get started with our first honoree. Our first Grand Marshal founded the Marin Spectrum LGBT Center in 1982 and served as executive director for 10 years. later merging with the Marin AIDS Project and renamed the Spar Center in her honor. She was denied her pastoral position by the Presbyterian Church High Court in 1992 for being an open lesbian. She persisted in bringing a message of equal rights and more open church hierarchy across the country. Please welcome Community Grand Marshal, Reverend Jane Spar.
Welcome to our 50th year, and thank you to you, Donna Sachet and Gary, Virginia, for this Pride Brunch that's been going on for 21 years. Thank you for your support of PRC, which is trying to bring all of our people into wellness and wholeness. I too want to say thank you so much for voting me as your community Grand Marshal. My children and my grandchildren, my former husband, Jimmy, who loved me into loving myself, say thank you so much. We are so touched by this vote. Who are we? We are a worldwide community. We have come here to celebrate all that we are. And with that, we have come once again, as we started, we have come to protest. We have come to protest and to partner with every community that is told they are less than. And that means whether it be Black Lives Matter, whether it be immigration families, whether it be Indigenous people looking for their rights, whether it be the earth that too is yelling for breath. Whatever way we come, we are in every family and in every worldwide community. So this year, we say we protest and we partner with every community that is struggling for justice, for love, and for peace. So won't you join me this 50th year of welcome, of celebration, of protest and partnership.
Oh, hi. Thank you, Jane, for those very, very sweet remarks. And I love your phrasing. You know, I've long admired the tireless work of our next Grand Marshal, passionate about ending the HIV/AIDS epidemic and serving the LGBT community. He is currently CEO of the San Francisco Community Health Center, formerly API Wellness. He's the co-chair of the San Francisco AIDS Providers Network. He is the co-chair of the board of National Minority AIDS Council, and he's on the board of CenterLink. Please welcome my friend, Lance Toma.
Happy Pride, everyone. I'm thrilled and honored to be part of this year's very special and unique Pride Brunch as one of the community Grand Marshals. I've been volunteering and working in the LGBTQ and HIV movement for almost 30 years, and I've had the privilege to witness many of our community's amazing achievements. I've gotten married. I've taken part in so many actions and efforts, always with the intention for our LGBTQ communities to be stronger, healthier, and more powerful. I've been able to contribute to San Francisco's LGBTQ community for the past 20 years because of my organization, San Francisco Community Health Center. We've kept our doors open these past many months so that our medical, behavioral, and dental services are available to anyone who needs us. We've converted our HIV and trans drop-in programs to a curbside model, and we've expanded our street medicine efforts to reach as many homeless community members in the Tenderloin. We're also in strange, harrowing, and unprecedented times right now because of COVID-19, because of the lack of leadership in the White House, because of the most recent horrific acts of police brutality and white supremacy, because of the ongoing murders of Black people and trans people of color. It's even more important we remain unified as a community, that we use this moment, the 50th anniversary of Pride in San Francisco, to fully and wholeheartedly embrace Black Lives Matter as our movement. Thank you, Donna and Gary. Thank you, everyone, for supporting the work of PRC. Please have a safe online Pride celebration. All my love to all of you.
Hey, congratulations, Lance. Love that shirt. Donna, I just got a text. The auction bids are now up to $6,300. So with the PRC board match and Tito's vodka match, we're looking good. But we want you to keep checking your bids. The auction will close at 2:30, so you'll have a full hour after the live stream to raise your bids and get the item that you want. But that is great news. Moving on, 25 years ago, Patrick Carney conceived of a project that would use the shameful pink triangle of Nazi Germany in a new and powerful way, assembling pink painted tarps into a triangle atop Twin Peaks in San Francisco, visible all over the Bay Area during Pride weekend. This year, the event almost wasn't going to happen because 200 people can't be in that close proximity with social distancing with the COVID virus. However, a nonprofit group stepped up to help, and this year it's going to be more spectacular than ever. Let's hear about the story behind the pink triangle.
From its brutal beginnings in Nazi Germany, marking homosexuals for persecution and death, to its reappropriation as a symbol of outrage and then gay pride, the pink triangle is a symbol on the rise. As a way to remember the hatred of the past and prevent it from happening again, Patrick Carney has been leading a group of volunteers in San Francisco to install a monumental triangle out of an acre of pink canvas every Pride weekend since 1996. This year, COVID is preventing volunteers from gathering to install the canvas. But that's not stopping Patrick on the Pink Triangle's 25th year. While Pride celebrations around the planet are going virtual, he's going vibrant. He's teamed with the San Francisco arts nonprofit Illuminate to transform this year's triangle into an acre of pink light. On June 27th at 8 p.m., the city will formally light this beacon of hope, resiliency, and remembrance. Let Pride shine.
I am so excited about this project. We got these cute little Illuminate the Pink Triangle pins. They were in the gift bags for our ticket buyers today. But I would love for you all to hear from the man's mouth. Please welcome the founder of the Pink Triangle, Patrick Carney.
Hi, Gary and Donna and Pride Brunchers. We're excited to be celebrating the 25th annual Pink Triangle during the 50th anniversary of San Francisco Pride. Be sure and tune in tonight for our global grand lighting ceremony, which will be on Facebook Live. It'll be under Illuminate the Pink Triangle. Once again, Illuminate the Pink Triangle. And if you don't tune in, just watch it live. You can see it from all over the Bay Area, from your rooftop, your bay window, your balcony. You can see the entire 1 acre lit up with 2,700 bright pink LED nodes. Congratulations to the Pride Grand Marshals and honorees, and we hope you raise lots of money for PRC. Happy Pride, everyone. Thank you for all you're doing.
We love you, Patrick, and we congratulate you on really stepping up that pink triangle this year. I can't wait to see it. Just lit up on Twin Peaks. You'll be able to see it from, I don't know, Oakland, maybe Santa Barbara, who knows. Now, our next Grand Marshal, Gabby Rivera. She's a Bronx-born queer Puerto Rican author of Juliet Takes a Breath. She's the original comic series Be Free and the first Latina writer for Marvel Comics. Yes. We do not have a recorded message from her, but we did want to recognize her. She is the recipient of this year's Jose Julio Saria History Award. That is Gabby Rivera. Well, Gary, this is even more fun than I thought it would be. Let me tell you.
Well, it's been a long process getting here. And I just mentioned that auction. My buddy Colby Michael is a big fundraiser in the community. He's texting me, telling me people are all over Facebook talking about what they're bidding on. And Donna, our good friend Jerry Roberts has his Rancho Mirage pool house up there. I would love to go. And our good friend Lou Conrad has his Puerto Vallarta condo in there. So after 1:30, let's put our heads together. Maybe we can get in there and win a little vacation.
You said you were looking for a vacation. That might be the place to go then. And Gary, don't forget, every dollar that's raised today during today's program is being matched 3 to 1. I've never heard of such a thing, by 2 generous board members and Tito's handmade vodka. So let's just think. Let's say you make a bid or simply make a contribution during the program, and your generosity will be enhanced. It will be 3 to 1. Let's see. If you do this much, it becomes that much and this much. I mean, it's incredible. So 3 to 1 match. Make sure you take advantage of that.
Were those 20s or $100 bills or Monopoly money?
They're tips that I got from my last number.
You're buying the next round when we go to the Castro.
They won't take my money, you know that.
You know, one thing I am missing this year, when you do an event for 21 years, there's a lot of friends that just show up year after year, whether they're having a good year or a bad year, they're full of money or out of money. And, you know, it just feels so good when you're running around like crazy and you see Susan Fahey walk in, who works for the sheriff's office, or Mark Leno, who's had a stellar political career, and he still makes time to come to the brunch. And always that handsome staff from 440 Bar. They're all in ties and dressed up looking good. And even drag queens, Empress Alexis Miranda, some leather folk are always there every year. And it's just mentioning that's really what I miss. And especially the character Joe Mack. He always has some great, crazy Pride Brunch outfit and just the spirit of the party. So I hope he's watching today. Joe Mack, we love you, and we'll see you next year.
Oh, is that Donna and Gary? Hello, kids. Happy Pride. I wish we were all together at your annual Pride Brunch. This is Joe Mack, by the way, in case you didn't know. Peace, love, and happiness, everybody. What's that? You want me to tell a joke? Thought you'd never ask. It's kind of an old one. I changed the ending just a little bit. Enjoy, everybody who's watching. Two gay guys flying to San Francisco for Pride. Duh. They get in a cab at the airport, and the driver says, "Where to?" And the gay guys say, "Take us to the Connie Francis Hotel." And the driver turns around and says, "Don't you mean the St. Francis Hotel?" And the two gay guys looked at each other and said, "They sainted her? Oh, where the boys are." Anyhow, that's my joke. Listen, before I send it back to you guys, I just want to say thank you for all you do, Gary and Donna. We in the community need more people like you. You're compassionate, you're loving, you're fun, and you know how to drink. So I just want to say happy Gay Pride, San Francisco, my community that took me in their arms 40 years ago and hasn't let go of me yet. Peace, love, and laughter. Back to you, Gary and Donna. Peace, love, and laughter.
There's only one, Joe Mack. Thank you for that incredible joke. I mean, I do laugh at some of your jokes. And I see that you're reading the Bay Times. I will emphasize again, the Bay Times is our media sponsor today. You probably know I write a column called Donna's Chronicles, and every issue, they've been so good to me. And I love what they do, representing the community and a broad spectrum of readership. So pick up a copy of the San Francisco Bay Times. San Francisco has its own official marching band, you may know, the Lesbian Gay Freedom Band. And Mike Wong literally grew up with a band as horn section manager, music librarian, drum major, and now artistic director of the marching and pep bands. He guides the members through hundreds of parades, performances, and community events all over the country each year. Please welcome the recipient of this year's Audrey Joseph LGBTQ Entertainment Award, Mike Wong.
When I joined the San Francisco Lesbian Gay Freedom Band as a teenager back in 1998, I never would have thought that I would become the artistic director of the Marching and Pep program, and certainly never would have conceived of the possibility that I would receive this award. Back then, I knew our work was so critical to the LGBTQ community in terms of using music to bridge communities and to promote visibility of the queer community. Our founder, John Sims, was asked by a reporter over 40 years ago what the message of the band is, and he simply replied, Our message is music. Music has such a way of bringing different communities together, whether it's the intersection of race, gender identity, sexual orientation, age, and class that is represented in the band membership, to the ways that music can become an entry point for other communities that may not yet be as understanding of the LGBTQ community. When the band appointed me as the first AD specifically cultivating the marching and pep bands, it allowed those two components of the band to thrive, bringing our message of music to now over 30 events a year. Thank you so much, SF Pride, for honoring our work by awarding me the 2020 Audrey Joseph LGBTQ Entertainment Award. And I see it as a great way to honor your official band of the City and County of San Francisco, the San Francisco Lesbian Gay Freedom Band.
Hey, congratulations, Mike. Well deserved. I've always wanted to be in a band, no musical talent. That's why I let Donna sing and I sell raffle tickets or jello shots. You know, one of the subgroups of the Lesbian and Gay Freedom Band, the city's official band, is the Dixieland Dykes Plus 3. And for the last 19 years, they have generously performed at the Pride Brunch. Sadly, this month, band member Lisa Kenjora Clayton passed of cancer. Her beautiful wife, Sally, who's also a member of the Dixieland Dykes Plus 3 band, reminds us that Lisa had a brilliant mind, an amazing musical talent, playing multiple instruments. She was a drum major for the band at one point, and especially had a huge heart. So please join us for a brief moment for a tribute to a dear friend gone too soon.
Lisa, we miss you already. Terry Beswick is a Bay Area native, tirelessly fighting for LGBTQ people for 35 years. He's a co-founder of ACT UP San Francisco and active with Project Inform, Human Rights Campaign, the White House Office on HIV/AIDS Policy, Castro Country Club, and the new Castro LGBTQ Cultural District. He's currently executive director of the GLBT Historical Society and is dedicated to, get this, establishing the first full-scale museum of LGBTQ history in the United States. Let's get behind that. Please welcome Community Grand Marshal Terry Beswick.
Hey everyone, happy Pride. It's an honor to be asked to serve as the Community Grand Marshal of the San Francisco Pride Parade and celebration on any year. But this year, in 2020, 50 years after that first band of activists marched down Polk Street and held a peaceful gay-in at Golden Gate Park, which was broken up by police, it's an especially great honor. For me, Pride has always been about more than just celebrating. It's about the movement towards social justice. This month, we saw an incredible ruling from the U.S. Supreme Court protecting LGBT people from discrimination in the workplace. And yet our work is not yet done. I've been so encouraged and inspired, like so many others, about the movement towards racial justice led by young people, hoping for real change in our country. And I think it's important this Pride season to remember that our work is not done until we have equal justice for all. We're not free until everyone's free. Black Lives Matter.
Congratulations, Terry. Moving on, as a Chicanx trans filmmaker is our next honoree, also a musician, producer. Storm Miguel Flores has been making queer art for over 30 years. He co-produced the award-winning documentary Major about previous San Francisco Pride Grand Marshal Miss Major Griffin Gracie, and he just completed The Whistle about lesbian youth in Albuquerque. Please welcome Community Grand Marshal Storm Miguel Flores.
This Pride season, what matters to me most is following and supporting and uplifting Black trans leadership. That means Black trans organizations and Black trans individuals. I'm reminded at this Pride and every Pride that the reason for the season is Black trans uprising. I'm grateful to my Black trans foremothers for paving the path that we all walk on, that we all move forward on. And I'm grateful to my Black trans sisters who continue to lead the way today. Please support and follow Black trans leadership. Donate if you can to Black trans organizations, Black trans-led organizations, and Black trans individuals. And happy Pride.
How exciting to celebrate and honor and acknowledge all of our Grand Marshals. So congratulations to you all. I will tell you, the cocktails and the competition are stiff. Donna, I'm telling you, you did a great job. Gary, fabulous job. By the way, Donna, that brooch, it's blinding. I've always wondered what you could see from space, and it turns out it's Donna's brooch. Who knew? Now, Donna, I'm going to give you style points on the lovely, simple elegance. The colorful Tic Tacs were just delight. And Gary, I'm going to give you a nod from the FDA because, I mean, you used all 100 food groups, so that's perfect. I just want you all to know the great work that you are doing. The money that is being raised helps support all of our programs. And Donna, you may not know this, but our legal advocacy program just this past year helped secure $250,000 of monthly disability income for our clients. Yes, that is the work that you were doing and the fundraising that you were doing that contributes to and goes to the services that we provide. For years, we have been providing services that meet people's social, financial, and healthcare needs. So again, thank you to all of the sponsors and all of you who have supported Pride Brunch. Donna and Gary, you're coming up. Now, here's the deal. I need you all to text Donna or Gary, whomever you think is winning, to 71777. Technology is fabulous. I love it. I mean, I will say, though, I miss those days where you just, I don't know, you go behind that dark curtain and you pull that heavy lever and there's the hanging shads and those cute dimples and what? Oh, yes, the competition. We've got to get on to round 2. Oh, the entree, the all-important entree. Donna and Gary, get yourselves ready. We can't wait to see what you cook up in the kitchen. We'll see you on the other side, everyone.
We're back at the Imperial Suite. This is Donna Sachet, and you know, my first step to figure out how to make brunch in my apartment was to find the kitchen. I told you I was going to use a recipe from Jose Sarria, the first openly gay person to run for political office in the United States. Jose was a friend of mine. He was the founder of the Imperial Court, and he gave me this recipe. I think you'll like it. It's actually quiche Lorraine Florentine. Now, that's a lot of trouble, let me tell you. People always say, oh, it's no trouble. Well, this is a lot of trouble. Wouldn't it be funny if I dropped that whole thing? So you know what you have to buy. What we have here, green onions, some people call them something else. Swiss cheese, we're gonna need about a cup of that, 3 eggs, and then this bacon is interesting. You have to have 4 strips of bacon crumbled. This is light cream. This was impossible to find, so I had to like make something up here, but it's supposed to be light cream, a cup of that. And then this is drained frozen spinach. You thought that you have to press all the water out. You don't want any water. There's a little in there. Final touch, this is really a secret. This is either Grey Poupon or a really good mustard. Like this is a really great mustard that has seeds in it and everything. That's going to add a little special flavor too. First thing you have to do is put the wet ingredients in this container here. We're going to beat them, it says. Now, when it said beat, I got a hammer out. So we have the cream in there, and we have the mustard. That was 2 tablespoons of mustard. Now, I've been practicing for weeks. I wanted to do the thing with one hand. Oh, now if you get some shell in there, it's no big deal. Okay, if it did went in there, you're going to get the piece with the shell. Look, wow, see they do that on TV? Okay, ready? One more. Ooh. Wow, you're gonna vote for me, aren't you? I'm such a chef. Oh, you know what I forgot? The apron. I forgot my apron. And you have to have an apron because you want to know who you're cooking with. Well, you're cooking with Donna. Forget that egg on the floor. We have 3 eggs, half a full cup of cream, and the mustard. Look what we're doing. This is what they mean by beating. Not with a hammer, but with a whisk. This is so ridiculous that I'm cooking. There's always a little spillage. That's comes with the territory. Whisking means you get a lot of air in there, so it looks to me like it's fine. I don't know. Again, don't be so precise. I mean, it's ridiculous. Some of you are going to say, oh, she didn't make her own pie. No, I did not. That's ridiculous. It takes too much time. These are readily available in the grocery store. First time I did quiche, I left a little plastic separator in here and cooked it with the plastic. That was a mistake. Here's the hard ingredients. First of all, there's spinach. If you like spinach, great. Before you ever use these pie things, you have to poke them with this fork. That looks like too much spinach. Some of that out. It's not a very precise thing. It's very general. What do you think looks right? That's a lot of spinach. Gonna be like a spinach quiche. Okay, remember this is quiche Lorraine, Florentine. Okay, put the layer of spinach, and then remember I did this bacon in advance, gently, not that gently. Put it in there like that. Don't buy that grated cheese at this grocery store in bags because it's silly. This is grated, so it's all fresh. I mean, the air is right there, and it's just silly to buy it already grated. It's kind of fun to grate anyway. But watch your nails when you're grating. Oh, it could ruin a manicure. And then these are the green onions. It said chop them up. I don't know if those are, I don't know what it meant by chop exactly. Now we're gonna put the soft ingredients that we whipped. Step back, ooh. Oh, what a mess. Sometimes it runs over, but that looks like it's just perfect. Oh, good. That is all perfect. See how it's not over the edge and you wanna jiggle a little so it settles down. And we're ready to put it in the oven. So we'll be back with our finalized quiche, and then we have the fruit on the side, and another glass of champagne is very much important. Let's get that. So drink with us and enjoy Pride Brunch live.
All right, let's get this going then. Pecan, panko, Pride French toast. Let's go. Start with your eggs. If you get a shell in there, don't worry. Calcium's good for your body. I do see one in there. We got the eggs in here. We're just gonna like some rich, creamy half and half. A little whisk, some good cinnamon, and vanilla really adds to it. Growing up in Pittsburgh, my family always put nutmeg in their French toast, and it's my favorite part of the ingredients. Then we're gonna add a little bit of sugar, just a pinch of salt. The pecan panko crust. You can buy pecans whole or chopped. I just put mine in a baggie and chop them up there. And Japanese breadcrumbs. All this is breadcrumbs without the crust. You gotta vote for Gary, Virginia. Text to donate. Every donation gets matched 3-to-1 by PRC's board of directors and Tito's Handmade Vodka. So be generous today. You know what? There's enough room. Everybody in the hot tub. Our challah bread has soaked up all that great egg custard. Here's the magic. Each side, you dip into the pecan panko mixture. I know I'm making a mess, but it's gonna be worth it. This one's for you, Donna. Whenever you lose this cooking competition, you can say that you had Gary's French toast. Don't worry, I'll take you out to the Castro for a consolation cocktail. We might have to wear a mask and walk up to a window. You wanna get a lot of this crust on here. Medium-high heat. A little bit of that. You want a generous portion of butter in there because you want this to almost fry and get crispy. 2 tablespoons to get it going. All right, 2.5. You want it to crisp the outside, but you want the inside to cook as well. It's about 8 minutes on each side. And then we're ready to flip it. Our French toast is almost ready, so let's make some great bourbon maple pure syrup. Don't buy imitation, get the good stuff. My good friend Michael Daniels, thank you for the bazillion cases of wine and spirits for our auction today. He gave me this bottle of Heaven's Door Tennessee bourbon, and I'm gonna make good use of it. I would say make it 1/6 ratio. Give that a little stir. We're gonna put this in the microwave. Now be careful because it heats up quickly with all the sugar and alcohol in there. Okay, to go with our French toast is some Adele's chicken apple smoked sausage. All I did was spray a little bit of buttered sprig in here, put it on medium-high heat. Okay, our French toast is ready and our sausage. It's time for plating. There we go. If you like sausage, you can have 1, you can have 2. Now, our bourbon maple syrup, that French toast, oh, the alcohol. Then we're gonna do a dusting of powdered sugar. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. The more powdered sugar, the better. And now, those delicious strawberries we made earlier, we're just gonna generously put those on our plate. Everything's better with whipped cream. And also, I grow pansies because they're edible, and they just look fantastic on a dish. Then you always clean that plate, and there you have it. Pecan panko French toast for Pride. Let's give it a taste. Oh my God.
Hi, I'm Rudy Reyes, and I lead public policy and legal for Verizon in the West. We're super excited to be supporting the 22nd annual Pride Brunch and, of course, Pride 50 in our great city of San Francisco. I'm also so proud of our company, Verizon, for fully embracing and supporting its LGBTQ workforce. We were early supporters, filing an amicus brief with hundreds of other forward-looking companies supporting full marriage equality for our LGBT employees. And we were thrilled at last week's announcement by the Supreme Court and its ruling extending LGBT equality in employee rights. So for everyone this year, let me wish you on behalf of Verizon and my family, happy Pride.
Hey, welcome back. Donna, that quiche looks delicious. Did your dog Peanut eat that raw egg on the floor? You guys got to text and vote for me. She has a lot of fans out there, so I need your dollars. Text to vote. Back to business here. One really fun thing about Pride is they announced the celebrity Grand Marshals at the very last minute, and they told us weeks ago there weren't going to be any this year since there was no parade and no celebration. Well, guess what? A few days ago, they let us in on the news. They announced one celebrity Grand Marshal, and I just want to say a few words about him because I love this guy. Okay, Celebrity Grand Marshal 2020 is W. Kamau Bell. He's a socio-political comedian, the host and executive producer of the Emmy Award-winning CNN docuseries United Shades of America with W. Kamau Bell. His most recent stand-up comedy special called Private School Negro is on Netflix. Kamau is on the advisory boards of Hollaback and Donors Choose and is the ACLU Celebrity Ambassador for Racial Justice. We're sorry he couldn't join us here today on our live stream, but we do want to congratulate him, and he is from Palo Alto. So congratulations and happy Pride 2020, Kamau Bell.
Gary, whipped cream out of a can. Interesting. Oh, they are the official cheer team of San Francisco, injecting energy wherever they go, lifting a crowd from the ordinary to the exhilarating with their acrobatics, their gymnastics, and their positivity. The Cheer San Francisco Life Fund has provided grants to many vital organizations, including the AIDS Emergency Fund, Breast Cancer Emergency Fund, Larkin Street Youth Services, Shanti, and the Elisa Ann Roosh Byrne Foundation. And I'm reminded that they presented me with their Board of Directors Award several years ago. It's a heavy trophy, but thank you for that. Here they are, celebrating 40 years of joy. Please salute Cheer SF.
Guess who's back in the house? Feels quick, black and about. 5, 6, 7, and style to 11. I'm divine, so heavy, ladies, gentlemen. This time, across the board, no doubt. Let's go.
Cheer SF. Cheer for life. CHEERSF. Yeah.
Oh my God, I could watch them for hours. Did you ever sit in front of the TV with those cheer competitions? It's like, these people must rehearse like 24 hours a day. Anyhow, I've got a lot of friends on Cheer SF. They are always at so many events at the ballpark for Until There's a Cure Day and LGBT Night with the Giants. So salute to them. And speaking of 40 years, here's a little secret nobody knows. Earlier this week, the city of San Francisco at City Hall, the mayor's office, presented a special proclamation to a good friend of mine and many people, and that is Marsha Levine. Marsha Levine has worked with Pride for 40 consecutive years. She started off with Boston Pride when it was founded. When she eventually moved to San Francisco, she got involved immediately. She became the parade manager for many, many years over the growth of it to a smaller event to over 240 contingents that goes for over 5 hours some years. She also was on the board of directors. When I was president, she mentored me as vice president because I didn't know what I was doing. So thank you, Marsha, for that. She also co-founded the Interpride organization, which has over 650 Pride organizations around the world, from Sweden to Canada to Italy to France and even throughout Africa. That's Interpride. So Marsha, here's to you. Enjoy your proclamation. I know you're busy today working on the Pride live stream event, but 40 years, You are the most prideful person I know, and thank you for your dedication to the movement. Cheers. Now, another friend of mine that I'm really sorry we don't get to see this year is the fabulous Dina Dawn. Many know her when she was Miss Golden Gate State Rodeo Association. She was Queen 2 of Crudy Kink Mardi Gras Club. She's part of the Imperial Council. And every year she was there at the ballroom. We'd open the doors at 11 o'clock. The Dixieland Dykes +3 would start playing, and Dina was there to greet people in some fabulous outfit, usually with her sidekick, Diva D. And this year, we wrote to Dina and said, you know, are you going to be able to make it? And she says, I'm busy making masks at a shop in the Castro. So I still want to say, Dina, thank you for all those years. And I wish you could have joined us on the live stream, but we love you, Dina Dawn.
Excuse me. Hello. I'm right here. Do you think I would miss out on the Pride Brunch fun? No, it's my favorite part of Pride Weekend. Gary and Donna, friends and viewers, grab a glass and please join me in a toast. Ready? Here's to 50 and fabulous for San Francisco Pride. Congratulations to the Grand Marshals, the honorees, and to PRC for helping over 5,400 clients a year reclaim their lives. Here's to life. Cheers and happy Pride.
Oh my God, Dina Dawn, I love your pink Saturday hair. You did make it. Well, welcome to the party, girl. I hope to see you later today somewhere. You know, every year Pride has to select a Lifetime Achievement Grand Marshal, and to me it's the hardest award because we are so rich in San Francisco Bay Area of people who have been pioneers that have done work for 20, 30, 40 years. And there's a lot of people, but it comes down to one. And I'm excited to tell you about this year's winner. This year's winner is an African-American butch, lesbian, feminist, archivist, activist, curator, filmmaker, photographer, writer, and mother. Len Keller has worked in San Francisco for over 40 years. You may have seen her photographs in last year's Queer California Untold Stories, an exhibit that was at the Oakland Museum of California. And while we don't have any video from Len, we hope she's enjoying Pride Weekend safe somewhere with loved ones. And I got to tell you, I think it's the highest honor given every year at Pride. So congratulations, Len Keller. Lifetime Achievement, Grand Marshal, San Francisco Pride 2020.
I'm drinking. I don't know if you are, Gary. Corbel, California champagne. You know, I'm thinking back to when I was a Grand Marshal, Gary, and you were a Grand Marshal one year, and we still did the brunch. I mean, we're going to do this brunch despite any kind of things we do. It's just the way it is. The issue of immigration in the United States has never been more controversial or more important, and even more so for those many LGBTQ individuals seeking asylum here in the United States from over 75 countries where criminalization of homosexual conduct is rampant and 14 countries where they threaten the death penalty. The LGBT Asylum Project is dedicated to providing legal representation to those individuals, turning desperation into hope with a 100% success rate. Representing community organization Grand Marshal, the LGBT Asylum Project, please welcome their executive director and co-founder, Okan Shengun.
Happy Pride, everyone. I wish we could all be in the streets celebrating together, but I'm glad that everyone is staying safe. I look forward to seeing all of you when this is over. First off, thank you to everyone who voted for the LGBT Asylum Project and helped us become one of the Grand Marshals for this year's Pride Parade. When I came to the United States almost 12 years ago, I went to my first Pride, and I was in awe at the size of the Pride celebrations here. Everyone seemed so free. And coming from a culture where being gay meant being shunned by your family and peers, seeing the Pride Parade brought tears to my eyes. Everyone was out. Everyone was visible. When I think about what the honor of being Grand Marshal really means for me, it means visibility. This celebration is seen all around the world, and our actions and our pride in who we are inspires people. We are a beacon of hope to LGBTQ people everywhere. There is a better world out there, one that will embrace you for who you are and who you love. And thanks to the support of people like you, and Donna, and Gary, and everyone who has supported the LGBT Asylum Project, we are able to make their dreams of a better life a reality. Thank you so much, everyone. Enjoy the weekend, be good to each other, and be safe.
So many beautiful stories being told, and just the celebration of community. This is really what it's all about. We are not going to let COVID-19 stand in the way. Okay, the competition's heating up. Donna, Gary, we're heading into our third challenge, but before we do, I just want to say a few words. Yeah, Gary, I did see that pecan panko French toast. That's delicious. Now, I will give a nod to your ratio on your bourbon maple syrup. The ratios, I think, are perfect. I've never left brunch drunk and never having a drink. That is just, it's brilliant. And Donna, quiche Lorraine Florentine. I love it. Very French. And you mentioned your light heavy cream. Where did you buy that? At the Ironic grocery store? I got to find the Ironic grocer. I don't know where they are here in the city. But either way, you guys are doing great. You are kicking butt, and I love it. Now, we are moving into our third challenge. It is a little bit of a freestyle. So there's going to be dessert. There's going to be plating. It's all about style. It's all about presentation. And we're very excited to see what Donna and Gary have for us. Now, I will tell you, I am not rooting for one or the other because I really need them both to come in strong, very much like this Tito's vodka cocktail that I have right here. Hold, please. Day drinking. Love it. Now, when we step into the third round, remember, you've got to vote Donna or Gary 71777. Vote early, vote often. And before I leave, I just want to give a big shout out to AIDS Walk 2020, July the 19th. We're going virtual, so please join us, AIDS Walk 2020. You'll find it on PRC's website, prcsf.org, and support our efforts. It supports PRC services and the many organizations around the Bay Area for our community. So again, thank you so much for being a part of Pride Brunch. We're going to turn it back over to Donna and Gary and see what they do in round 3. Good luck. I'm just going to overset myself here like my dear mother did. Oh, God. All right. We'll see you in a bit. Goodbye.
Well, the quiche is in the oven. Let's see if we're ready to. No, it's not quite ready yet. But let's set the table. Here we go. We've got fresh fruit here, and we have yogurt, you see, because I mixed it with the yogurt. These are some kind of berries. These are some kind of other berries. These are something else. But anyway, you get those from the farmer's market, so they're always very fresh. Then you put them in with the yogurt. It's going to end up looking like this. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? You know, it's very important to have a beautiful table setting. And so I'm going to do a little tray here because I'm going to put it in front of the TV so I can watch the broadcast, watch the on-the-air Pride Brunch live. But in the meantime, I put the yogurt and the berries here. I think it's important to do little berries on top. It's very decorative. There we go. There are 2 forks here. You may only need 1, but why not do 2? It makes it look like a more important meal, right? There's no water, because I don't drink water, and I don't think anybody else should. And of course, the champagne. Corbel, thank you for your sponsorship of the Pride Brunch and for making a great champagne. In a minute, we have space right here for a slice of quiche Lorraine Florentine. It's supposed to be in there for 35 or 40 minutes, and nothing's that precise. Oop! Sorry, neighbors. It's about to quit. Just kidding. You think I'd ruin our perfectly great quiche Lorraine Florentine? Jose would kill me. Here we are, quiche Lorraine, Florentine. We're gonna slice that up, put it right here on the plate as we said. We're gonna put it on our tray and we're gonna watch the live broadcast now on television. It's gonna be fun. We're benefiting PRC today. We're honoring the Grand Marshals. This is Gary, Virginia and Donna Sachet's Pride Brunch Live.
Whoa! Cheers, everybody. We're ready for dessert with my favorite bubbly, Corbel. This is the 50th anniversary Pride float. Get it? It's very easy. You just get some canned frosting, or you can melt some white chocolate. Take your glass, and you're gonna just dip it in there, just 1/8 of an inch. Then get some sprinkles of your choice. I prefer rainbow. Now don't be shy. These taste good, and they look really festive. There you go. Now, get some rainbow sherbet. It's all about pride. Get every color in there. Okay, that looks good. Whoa, it almost went off the rail. That ball looks small. Let's go for 2 balls. I say 2 balls are better than 1. Here we go. And now, the piece de resistance, the Corbel champagne. You want to pour it nice and slow so you don't get an explosion. This is in Northern California, the Russian River area. Beautiful Corbel champagne. Donna, I'll make one for you in a minute as a consolation for losing the Top Chef competition. And let's try this. Oh, the perfect dessert for Pride. The Corbel 50th Anniversary Pride Float. Vote for Gary. Good Lord! The smoke is coming up Market Street from the Rise apartment. Donna, I don't know. Nice char on that quiche, girl. I just got a text from Chef Bronson McComber, who used to work at Gary Danko, and he voted for Gary, Virginia. That's text to donate 71777 or Donna. We're going to announce the winner soon, and I just got the update. We're a little bit behind schedule for hitting our goal for today, so please be generous. It's a tax-deductible donation to PRC. Text 71777, and also be sure to bid on those auction items. All that money is being matched ×3. We got to hit that goal. Now, moving on, what has not been said about my friend Cleve Jones? You know, when I first moved here in 1987, I didn't know who he was. I didn't really know much of my gay history till I moved here. This place is just steeped in history, from the Rainbow Honor Walk in the Castro to the LGBT Historical Museum and Historical Society. But Cleve Jones is the winner this year of the Gilbert Baker Pride Founders Award. Let me tell you a little bit about him because he can't be here today. He joined the gay liberation movement in the 70s. He mentored the legendary Harvey Milk. He was the co-founder of the Names Project AIDS Memorial Quilt that has been around the world and displayed in Washington, D.C. He was the consultant for Gus Van Sant's Oscar-winning film Milk, and he was the author of When We Rise, his memoir that inspired the ABC TV miniseries of 2017. He now works with the Hospitality Workers Union called Unite Here. And I can't go to an event anywhere in the city without seeing his silver hair and his smile. And we just want to say congratulations. Gilbert Baker was the creator, is the creator of the Pride flag. He died a couple of years ago. And just this morning, Tom Taylor, his best friend, raised a brand new, huge flag from a different maker with more vibrant colors. It's a little bit bigger. If you're in San Francisco, you got to get there this month and see this beautiful new flag. And this award was created for Gilbert Baker, the Pride Founders Award. And I can't think of a more deserving person to get it this year than Cleve Jones. Congratulations, Cleve. Keep on trucking, buddy.
Yes, I read, and evidently I cook too. Oh, Gary, you just don't have a chance. You might as well give up now. Just in case anybody's confused.
What? No.
You know, Jan Wall just called, and she voted for me. She said I'm her little Martha Stewart. I think Sister Roma's behind me, Kevin's behind me. I've got a lot of fans out there, so just move aside, Gary. Well, those are the Grand Marshals and the awardees of the 2020 San Francisco Pride Parade. What a great group, and what great comments they shared with us.
You know, as a little bit more fun this year, all the people who bought the $50 tune-in ticket, as well as getting invited to Donna and my thank you party in the fall, hopefully, we put together a basket of cheer, and it's going to go off to somebody after today's brunch. So we have all the names of the $50 and $100 ticket buyers in a bowl, and I'm going to ask Donna to help me pull a ticket. This will be for the basket of cheer for our tune-in only Pride Bruncher guests. Are you ready? Here
Okay.
you go,
That looked magical. What color am I drawing, Gary?
I say green.
Green. It's actually chartreuse.
Those are the $50
Here we are.
people.
Oh, I'm so glad it's somebody we know. Miss Chief.
Oh my God, Miss Chief. She just bought her ticket with cash like yesterday. Good for her. Now,
We'll be in touch.
all of our $100 ticket buyers, thank you so much. They are the pink tickets there. Would you want to draw another one, Donna?
No, it's your turn, Gary. Here, why don't you draw the next one?
Pass it back. All right, we're going to stir them up. This is for a Tito's handmade vodka Fun in the Sun gift basket, which I saw a picture of it, and it's gorgeous, and it's got a lot of fun stuff in it. And the winner is Dan Jurenstad. Hey,
Oh, Dan. Dan and
yeah.
Bob.
He and Bob Herman.
They're always there for the Pride Brunch, and this year they have a special party they had to go to, but they're contributing. Thank you, Dan and Bob.
Fabulous.
We'll be in touch with them, right, Gary?
Yes, we will. We'll get them there. Now we're getting the tabulations. I'm looking on my screen to see who's winning with the brunch and where we are with the bids.
Well, I just want to say to all our ticket buyers, once the city does return to a little bit more normal environment, we're going to have a thank you party at a place and a time to be announced. And we just want to express to you our deep appreciation for sticking with us for this 22nd year of a virtual Pride Brunch.
Well, I don't know, Donna, if they're texting you at the same time.
I'm getting so many compliments. You know, somebody from Uganda just said they like my hat. I'm gonna
What?
send it to Uganda.
Okay, I'm looking from, Jaron Caldwell has been our anchor man at PRC. He's put this whole broadcast together. It was his idea for the cooking competition. And that development team of Alex Gonzalez, Kathy, Cal, I can't thank them enough. Donna and I don't have the capability, as you all know. Donna still has a flip phone, and I'm sending smoke signals to try to tell her.
Speak for yourself here.
Okay, are you guys ready to hear who won?
Oh, is this for the Top Chef now?
Yeah, it's time, isn't it?
I guess. Do you have the results?
It was a very tight race, they said. And I'm looking on the screen. The score was 26-17.
Oh, well, then I know who it is.
And the winner was Gary, Virginia.
Oh.
I'll still take a slice of your quiche any day, Donna.
Oh, I'm just shocked. I mean, people don't know I don't know what's up here. Well, Gary, thank you for thanking so many of those people. And I do want to add some additional thanks. We want to thank Cal Callahan for helping with the auction and the Imperial Court of the majestic Golden Gate and other volunteers for delivering gift bags all over the city for the last couple of days. You really came through for us, and I appreciate it. I also want to thank my personal producer of my streaming today, Drew Cutler, for being with me. We could never do what we're doing without the generosity of our sponsors, could we, Gary?
No, we couldn't. I just want to do a shout out since you said you were reading. This probably will come up backward, but my friend Tom Mamiano was on the board of supervisors, a state assembly member. And, a lot of people talk about who their heroes are. Don, I hear a lot of people say that you're their heroine. They would like to be like Donna Sachet when they grow up. And a lot of people talk about Harvey Milk, but I never met Harvey. But he inspired me to run for public office in the year 2000 when the city went from citywide elections to districts. And, it was his book and people telling me that, we need to have our own LGBTQ people elected to office and representing ourselves. So everybody, please register to vote. Get your friends to vote. November 3rd is the day. If you can, register for an absentee ballot. But my personal inspiration is Tom Mamiano. and he just wrote this great memoir book called Kiss My Gay Ass. And I have to admit, I read slow, but I'm reading this especially slow because I'm savoring every tidbit. He leaves nothing unsaid. So get on, buy it, Kiss My Gay Ass, and thank you, Tom Mamiano, for being one of my mentors.
That title says so much about him, too. That's how irreverent he is, and he's been to several of our Pride brunches.
You know, SF Pride Dawn is now in full swing with local virtual events. You can watch the first ever 24-hour live stream of Global Pride 2020. It started at 10 p.m. last night in New Zealand, and it runs until midnight tonight local time. Also tonight, don't miss the spectacular Global Grand Lighting. Donna Sachet and I are honored to be among the local community leaders that will be carrying the pink torch, starting with Mayor Libby Schaaf in Oakland, across the Oakland Bay Bridge to the ferry building where Donna and I think, might be rendezvousing. We're not allowed to say, but we are part of the procession of this beautiful pink torch that was made by people from Burning Man, the fabulous festival in the Nevada desert. It's a one-of-a-kind, beautiful pink torch, and it will go from the ferry building all the way up to Castro and up to Twin Peaks. So at 8:30, tune in. There's a live stream on Facebook, Illuminate the Arts, and that's happening at 8:30 with the lighting around 9 o'clock, fog or no fog. And also tomorrow night at 10 p.m., tune in to, I love this, Gay Club TV. It's on Coffee TV 20 or Comcast 713 locally. It's broadcast throughout Northern California. My good friend, musical genius Gypsy Love from the Bay Area will be performing. She's performed on many Pride stages before. And Xavier Toscano, an up-and-coming artist from San Jose, who's also been at London Pride, San Francisco Pride. He'll be on Gay Club TV. And secret guest from RuPaul's Drag Race. So you got to tune in tonight or tomorrow night, Sunday night, 10 o'clock if you live in the Bay Area.
Thank you, Gary. And I have to back up a little bit because I want to just thank our sponsors again. And we can never thank them enough. We want to thank our premier sponsor, Wells Fargo, for the last 10 years in a row. I want to thank Verizon, one of our new sponsors. I want to thank our media sponsors, San Francisco Bay Times. Thank you, Betty and Jen. I want to thank Tito's Handmade Vodka, which Gary's had a number of drinks of today. I want to thank Corbel, California Champagne, and I have had my share of that. I want to thank our newest sponsors, Uber Eats. They did something nobody's ever done before. Thank you. And Flower to the People. And I also want to thank Kent Roger, and I want to thank Speaker Nancy Pelosi for becoming a community sponsor.
I want to thank you for having a meeting at my house in the backyard, socially distanced, with your dog Peanut running through my flowers.
Let's not miss out on thanking all of our guests, too, who sent video messages in for Pride Brunch. It's not something that everybody does very naturally, but you stepped up and you honored our request and you sent us those wonderful videos. They made this program today. Thank you to all the auction item contributors and those bidders. Some of you were very aggressive. And remember, all money raised today during this program is being matched 3-1 by 2 board members at PRC and Tito's Handmade Vodka. So be generous. The bidding will end 1 hour after the program ends. Where are we on our money right now, Gary? Are we doing pretty well?
Well, I'm going to say that we're getting close to our goal and we're getting close to our deadline. We have 7 minutes left in our broadcast.
Well, I don't know what your goal was. What would it be,
have
Gary?
a little toast in the gift bags this year was a little gift from Tequila Herradura. I want to thank Martha, the representative from Brown Forman, for donating so much stuff from Corbel and from Tequila. Cheers, Donna.
Gary, you mentioned a goal. What is your personal goal for this year?
Well, I was looking for the records in this box to see how much we raised last year. And I found a shoe that I think you left here and a glove that you left here.
How do you know those are mine?
I got to get these back to you. I know that. And it looks like we did $45,000 last year. And over the 21 years, we were getting really close to $500,000 for PRC.
And we don't do it alone. Thank you all so much.
I think that first year at Star's Restaurant, it was under $1,500. I mean, it was a big crowd. But we didn't have an auction. We didn't have Grand Marshals. We didn't have a raffle. But we had Phyllis and Dell and Mayor Willie Brown. And
Yeah,
that
if you
one,
get me privately, I'll tell you this racy story about Willie Brown. I
Okay.
can't put it on the air.
I also
All right.
want to thank Billy Roberts and Rusty Gaspar helped us start this event. And they're still around and kicking. So thank you, Billy and Rusty, for starting this great tradition.
And Gary,
Okay,
immediately
I'm
following
looking for-
Pride Brunch, there are a couple of other things going on. Tune into the San Francisco Gay Men's Chorus television channel for a reading by artistic director Tim Seelig from his new book, A Tale of Two Tims. Now that you're going to love. And tomorrow, on Sunday, tune into KPIX CBS TV for a wonderful 50th anniversary Pride special from 5 to 8 p.m. with yours truly popping in for a moment.
Wow. Well, I hate to say goodbye, but there's lots of parties to go to wherever you find them tonight. I'm going to be tuned into that pink triangle, and then I'm going to be watching Global Pride and the virtual Pride online tonight. But with that said, it's always been a dream of mine for the 50th anniversary. A year ago when we started planning, I thought, Donna, wouldn't it be great if we could raise $50,000 for the 50th anniversary of Pride? And we explored hotels. We booked the Grand Ballroom at the Fairmont on Nob Hill. We had a contract. We had big plans to blow it out and hit to 50. And then coronavirus happened. And there were some event people who just said, we're not going to have an event this year. And we know that these agencies like PRC, their work continues. And they had budgeted, hoping we'd raise some good money. So I'm just looking to see, and even though the bids won't be closing until 2:30 on the auction, we have met our full match from the board of directors and Tito's.
Well, that's good.
And Donna, raise a glass because we have hit $50,000.
$50,000.
We did it.
Wow. Let me tell you, the needs continue at PRC, and we just found out the generosity continues from you, our viewers. Thank you so much. It's been a very different Pride this year. A very different Pride and a very different Pride brunch. But you stuck with us. You saw us through, and we want to make sure you know we appreciate it so much. And Gary, thank you for being by my side. We're now 22 Pride brunches.
I couldn't do it without you, partner in crime. So let's have a toast to all our friends who have gone, all our friends who are here, and friends we have yet to meet. Happy Pride Brunch. Congratulations to the Grand Marshals and honorees. Everybody have a safe, fun, festive 50th San Francisco Pride Parade and celebration. Love you all. Thanks for
Happy
supporting.
Pride.
And now I'm going to go check my bids. Cheers, everybody.
Happy Pride.